Okay, today we're going to be testing the Beeman BP50 Beeman Protect 50 caliber with the tuning barrel and extension for the tuning barrel. This, with the extension, it is 7 inches, 7 3/4 inches long. We'll be using the less lethal ballistics Vindicator rounds, which are these here. So we'll weigh these out. I believe these are 4 grams, these 50 cals. And we'll weigh out 8 of these. Let's see. 4.04, looks like 4 grams to me. 4 on the, right on the money. 4.00, right on the money. Not sure if the camera can make out that. Digital display, it's 4.04, so 4 grams. 4 grams on the dot. 4 grams. 4 grams. And for the 8th one, 4 grams. All right, so 50 cal Vindicator rounds, 4 grams each. We'll be using today for the testing. This is my BP50, made by Beeman, 50 cal. It replaced the stock plastic barrel with the tuning barrel. That's actually not for a Beeman product. I reused it from a Umarex product. I think their defense pistol or something like that. It worked out great. I just had to modify the, cut a groove in it, modify the barrel a little bit, and everything worked out really good with it. Have a whole grip on it, and that's really the only modifications other than a laser. So we'll be shooting with and without the extension today and see what kind of difference we get out of with or without the extension. Obviously we're going to probably get a decent amount of power increase with the extension than without it. And that's what we'll be doing today. We'll go down to the basement where we do our shooting and pick back up there. All right, so we're going to be doing some testing of the BP50, the made by Beeman, the Beeman Protect 50 caliber. I'm going to be using the Vindicator rounds produced by Less Lethal Ballistics. They're 4 gram. Going to have seven Vindicator rounds in a magazine. Usually can put 8, but these tend to be a little bit larger, and I don't want to stress out this magazine, the spring or anything on the, or the detent on the magazine, since these magazines are renowned for breaking, and I do not have a backup. I still can't seem to find anyone that sells the BP50 magazines, or spare magazines anyways. I don't know if anybody out there has had any better luck. If you know anybody that's looking to get rid of a spare magazine or two, or selling them, send me a link. I'd appreciate it. So I have the tuner barrel on this here, and with the tuner extension. So the first mag I'm going to run through with the tuning barrel minus the extension, and then the second magazine I'll put the extension on, and we'll see what increase that gives us here. And then after that, we still have gas left. We'll do a little plinking. Maybe I'll put the steel turning targets up, and we'll do a little bit of plinking there. Have some fun. So I'll be capturing the feet per second today on the X radar, and then we'll go upstairs afterwards and run the numbers and see what we get for joules. And let's see here. We'll go ahead and puncture this. I already have 7 rounds in the gun, and we'll see how it goes here. Let's puncture it. Sounds good. No problem there. And let's see what we get. Again, this is the tuning barrel shooting the 4-gram Vindicator rounds. Tuning barrel minus the extension. And let's see what we get here. .358. Shot 1. 350. Bouncing back. Shot number 2. 346. 314. Let me stand back a little bit. This is about 14 feet if I stand all the way back. We'll stand back off camera. 334. You know what? I'm not sure how many I have left. I don't know if that's 7 or not, but let's see. That may have been 7. 334 again. And what do we have left? 322. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right. That was the first magazine of the 4-gram Vindicator rounds. And that's what we're getting, minus the extension. Of course, that was, we're doing all this testing with 1 12-gram CO2 in the handle. That's going to be probably the most powerful shots we have. So we'll see what increase we get by adding the extension. This here, total with the extension, ends up giving, I think when I measured it was 7 3/4 inch long. So the tuning barrel plus the extension. The extension's like just under 4 inches, I think it was. And we'll see what that gives us here. All right. Alright, took that out, looks good. Let's load up these magazines. The quality leaves much to be desired, I'll tell you that. Especially up here in the magazine detent, they're known to break. So I've been kind of babying this thing. It's supposed to be able to put 8 rounds in here, but I only had 7. Just to play it safe. I don't want to break the thing. Like I said, I don't even have a spare mag. I guess the only way you get a spare mag is you got to buy a spare gun, which I'm debating actually doing that, but we'll see if this thing breaks or not. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here. All right, so another 7 rounds, this time with the extension, and we'll see what we get for numbers. I'll stand back to my 14-foot mark. We'll see how it goes here. Again, this is on the same 12-gram CO2. I don't know if we can. All right, that one didn't read. I don't know what's going on with the X radar here. Let's try it again. So first shot didn't read. 382. That seems like an improvement. That's shot number 2. Shot number 3. 364. Shot number 4. 342. Shot number 5, 314. Shot number 6, with the extension added here, 284. Starting to drop some power here. These are heavier rounds than what you normally use on this in this gun, so it's probably using up some gas. 252. And let's see, do I have anything else left? Nope, that's it there. All right, so 252 was the last. Again, that was 7 rounds with the extension on. Now I'm going to leave the extension on, and we're just going to do a little plinking until we use up the rest of the gas and have a little bit of fun here. To do this, I think I'm just going to let me use some of the cheaper ammo because I don't want to split the casings off these Vindicator rounds. They were a little pricey, so I'm going to use the Beeman Protect 50 cal ammunition I have here that I dug out of the trap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 7 of those. And let's get another 7 ready. Reason why I'm going to use these because they're a little cheaper. And if I destroy them on the metal turning, steel turning targets, I ain't going to cry about it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, because they will definitely get destroyed. So let's put the turning targets in here for a little fun. So let's put this in here. All right. All right, there we go. Quick enough. I made that little rig this way I could take it in and out pretty easy. The kids like something to shoot at rather than just shooting at that ballistic material, which the ballistic material I'm using is the stuff I got on, I think it was on eBay, but Amazon probably carries it too. I forget the name of the company, but it's just archery. It's like an archery backdrop. It's very rugged stuff, and it's been holding up really good, even with the Pistelli shooting 71, 74 joules. It's been holding up wicked good, actually. I mean, you can see marks in it, but nothing's penetrating, and I got like 3 layers of it up there. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's not stress out that spring. We'll just do 7. Hopefully these things ain't too dirty, but all right. So for this, I'm not going to bother taking the, I already got some data on using these. These are like 2.9 grams, these Beeman Protect 50 cals. There's a small steel ball in there, and it's just kind of rubber encapsulated, or plastic. Yeah, probably rubber, type of rubber. All right, so I'm just going to do this for fun. We'll leave the X radar behind, and let me stand back and see what my aim's like. I'm not sure if this laser is still on target or not. Actually, all that talking, and we're out of gas. We ain't plinking, and I didn't take down another cartridge. So I guess that's going to be it. So we'll run upstairs. I got 2 mags of those 4 grams, so that's it. That's all I got out of the CO2. 14 rounds of those Vindicator rounds, so they are like, you know, close to twice as heavy as what you would normally run in this. That's it. All right. That's all she wrote. We'll go upstairs and we'll run the numbers and see what the outcome is with and without the extension. Okay, back in the office. We'll put the Beeman BP50 away. We're all good there. Let's see if we can run these numbers here. And let's see. All right, so the outcome of the testing down there with the tuning barrel and tuning barrel extension using the Vindicator, the less lethal ballistics Vindicator. All right, let's see, let me magnify this a little bit. There we go. All right, so out of the single 12-gram CO2 cartridge, I was able to get a total of 14 shots off. I think I wasted one. I had a couple that didn't, or at least one that didn't read, and then I wasted a shot because of my miscount of ammo. So what we had here, without the extension tuning barrel, we had 358 feet per second and totaled out at 23.81 joules. The next shot was 350 feet per second at 2276 joules. And then the next one was 346 feet per second, 22 joules. 314 feet per second, 18.31 joules. 334, the next two shots were 334 feet per second at 20.72 joules. The next shot was 322 for 19.26 joules. And then I lost a reading. I think the first shot on the second mag didn't read on the X-radar. And then I also had a waste as well. All right, so then I added the tuning barrel extension, which is about, I don't know, just under 4 inches, I think. And definitely got an increase, and that's also after shooting 7 rounds and a wasted shot. 382 feet per second at a whopping 27.11 joules. Pretty respectable, I would say, for a 50 cal for that Beeman BP50. Next shot was 364, again respectable, 24.61 joules. Then I got 342 at 21.73 joules, 314, 1831 joules, 284, 14.98, started tanking. Last shot I got before the bolt locked back was 252 feet per second, 11.79 joules, which incidentally, from the factory, I don't know, maybe that's good, even that last shot from the factory. So I got a total of 14 shots on 1 12-gram CO2. I was hoping to do a little plinking, but I didn't bring any extra CO2 with me. We'll save that for another day, but hey, this is what we're doing here, having fun on Christmas Eve day. I want to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope you and your families are safe, and happy shooting. Peace out.